Hey, how's it going? Dan Mayo here. Welcome to RuMayoNation. How's it going? I am very unprepared for this. I've kind of just been procrastinating all morning. My daughter's with her nan. And it's like the first time it feels like in weeks where I've actually had like time, even though I've got shit to do. I just didn't really know what to do with it. Like, that's the sort of walking kind of dichotomy I exist in, where it's like all I want is time out of the rigid, you must do this, then this, then this, then this, then this. But the second I get that, I'm like, whoa, I need them fucking like barriers up on the old bowling lane. Otherwise, yeah, I'm hitting other people's pins down. This podcast will include product placement with Pepsi, because my Pro Plus is still in my wife's car. My wife, because it's been in there for ages, and every week we sort of chop and change cars based on what's more practical. Hers is better than mine, better for longer journeys, bigger if you have more of the kids. And I see them in there, and I'm like, oh, make sure I take them out because I'm going to need them. And then I'm like, oh shit, I've got to bring them in. Then the next time I'm in there, and I'm talking like 3, 4, 5 times already this week. I'm going to need them on Tuesday to get my. This is recorded on a Tuesday, by the way. It's the 17th of December. This will technically be the Christmas one, right? Because yeah, this will be a Friday release, which will be a 19, 20, 20th, and then yeah. So this will be the Christmas one technically. But yeah, how's it going? How are things been? My daughter's just coming out of her illness now. So we had the hat trick. We had scarlet fever, croup, and then the common cold. She's just coming out the back end of that, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then yesterday, Bill from Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Men, one of my stepkids, he's like looking a bit rough as arseholes. He came down the night before saying, you know how kids do that? They come down, they're like, Mummy, I feel sick. It's like, and you've decided to come and do it on the carpet in the living room, or like, if you think you're going to be sick, why are you not in a bathroom right now, head over a toilet or a sink? Like, what are you doing? I just felt really sick, and I thought what I'm going to do is come to the room that has the most cream and white stuff in it, and just roll the fucking dice. But then I'm like, oh God, here we go. So much so, genuinely to the point, like, I'm not going to get flippant with PTSD, but like, it got to the point where for about 10-15 minutes after he came down and said that, I was like, feeling really aggy, and I couldn't place it. Do you ever get that? Where you're like, why am I feeling aggy? Like, why am I feeling like anxious about something? Like, what is it? I'm going through things. I scroll back through my phone because we were doing what we call a media update, right? I'm sure it's quite common that couples do this. This is our love language now. In the evening, we'll have sent each other shit like memes and that, right? And then we go through and watch them sort of together. And then we judge each other in terms of, I think subtly, without even making it clear, we're judging each other. We're more interested in the timestamps at this point, right? Where it's like, oh, okay, cool. So you're able to send me shit 10:15, 11, 11:35, 12:05. Busy today, were you? Oh, God, I didn't get a minute. Did you not? Oh, right, okay. Interesting. It's a big part of that is that, right? But the thing is, I'm like, fucking, she's like a revolver, right? Little 6-shooter. I'm a fucking Mac 10. I'm like, I'll sit down for 10 minutes and send her like 400 memes. Because like my algorithm is like fucking, it's perfection. So it knows exactly what I'm about, right? Like, I'm not going to show them all up here now. But if I go through my algorithm now, I'm going to like kill the volume. I guarantee it's just going to be good shit. Someone dancing like an idiot. Fact, can never go wrong. I swear women can never admit they're to being wrong. Again, yeah, do you know what? I enjoy videos like that. Okay, fine, all right? Not very 2024. Again, stupid dance. Stand-up comedy, I'm there for it. Someone banging their head. Some sort of ADHD or autism meme that I enjoy and then have to like reflect inwardly. It's all just good shit. It's stuff that I expect to see, right? So I'm just like, bang, that's funny. There you go. When you're over 30 and it's 9 p.m. and there's still 2 bands on before the headliner, and this guy just like, I'm sending that. Bang, 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 bang. Mac 10. So I send her loads. She can't really even like, account for the timestamps. Because she's like, fucking hell, if you've done anything else today, yeah, look. All of those were sent between like 11:01 and 11:14 when I was, probably having shit. And even that's not uninterrupted because, my daughter will be present because it's like, that's like fucking Glastonbury to a toddler. Parent having a shit, they're like, I need to be there. Like, she uploaded her face for like ID 2 months ago, entered the ballot, made sure she could fucking be there. I was voicing out my mate this morning, and one of them's had a baby. Like, mate, it'd be good to kind of meet up over Christmas, like, and it'd be lovely to get like a little board game evening in at some point, in the future. And I think it's the first time, because I'm trying to hold off on the whole, like, he was the same one who said, I'd rather have twins and just double down and get it out of the way. And I feel like we're nearly at a point where I can go, hey, mate, so how are we feeling about doubling up? It's like, I can't even play my own games at home in a minute. I barely get half hour, and even then you've got like a load of shit to do. I'm like, yeah, man. And even while I'm having this conversation with him, I think part of him is thinking, but when she can walk and talk, it's like, mate, my toddler is literally in the toilet with me right now. Like, as in the room. She's not like in the toilet. You know what I'm saying, right? My daughter is literally in the bathroom with me saying, look, daddy, because she's put her mum's headband on her head. And then this time it's look, daddy, because that headband's now on her arm. It's that kind of high octane entertainment that I'm privileged to enjoy while I'm on the toilet. So yeah, I'll be like sending her loads of shit, but then we're sat there and then he comes downstairs and it's, oh yeah, I just feel like I'm going to be sick. Okay, cool. But then say like 10, 15 minutes into like continuing, I'm scrolling back through my phone. I'm there. Got my digression pad, but I'm there. And I can like associate what I'm looking at with what I was maybe feeling, what that sort of triggered, what it like made my brain think about. And they go, oh shit, I'm anxious about that because someone fucking, I don't know, there's a blue car in the background and the blue car is the car that picks me up to take me to, like, and I go, oh, I was getting worried about having to like, be up early for that car that's collecting me, like, so I can work it out, do you know what I mean, and go follow the breadcrumbs back. I'm like, why the fuck am I feeling aggy? And then I realise it's because he's come downstairs and said, oh, I feel I'm going to be sick. Oh, okay, so now he's unwell again, which means he's going to give us my daughter, and then it'd be like the 4th week running where she's unwell, and I'm like, I can't fucking do this shit. Like genuine, like subconscious, like hyperventilation. My inner subconscious has got a brown bag just going through the deep breaths. Like, I need my toddler, I need to get her out of bed. She can tell me to calm down, take a deep breath, and ask if it fucking feels better. So I had to say to him, like, because then the next day I was like, how you feeling, mate? And he was like, yeah, just a bit, like, dizzy. He didn't come out of anything too profound this time. What was he said last time? It's like, the world's moving really fast, my brain's moving really slow. Not as profound. He went, well, when I got out of the toilet, I had to, like, lean on my bed for a bit because I felt dizzy. And I was like, oh, fucking hell. So was it a 1 or a 2 in the toilet? He was like, oh, number 1. I was like, okay. Because his brother had this like last week, and then he's like felt dizzy, and he also had the shakes, and he did a watery shit, right? So I'm like, okay, well, let's just see how you go then. Your worst case, go in. If you feel like shit, I'll come get you. And then he comes, goes upstairs, comes back down and goes, oh, just do the number 2. I was like, all right. And it all just kind of fell out. I was like, okay, you're not quite the poet you once was. Clearly that's not a symptom of this particular ailment. And obviously it's like, okay, fucking hell, I'll email the school then. So he was off school yesterday. He's back today. They've got a pantomime to attend, and it weren't fucking cheap, so he's going. And to be fair, he clearly feels alright because once his brother got back, I sort of went upstairs to get something for my daughter out of her room. I think a pack of wet wipes, and I see him in there playing the Xbox. One of them ones where I'm like, no. You're not ready, like, to go to school. You're not well enough to go to school. You're not well enough to play your Xbox. Like, I don't care. Like, that's just fun. That's meat and drink. That's bread and butter, innit? Like, no. You don't get to, like, not go to school all day and then be like, oh, yeah, fuck it, I'll just play Xbox now. I don't know what really the difference is. I guess if you're feeling dizzy and a bit shaky, you shouldn't have the sort of cognitive capacity to play Xbox. Sort of, yeah, tacitly watching TV, I think, is a bit different. But, yeah, his brother got home, and then I go downstairs, and it's like, what are you doing? Oh, playing Xbox. And it's like, no, he isn't. No, he isn't. And then he goes up, he's like, can I play Xbox? I'm like, yeah, of course you can. Like, why would you not be able to? And then it's, oh, he's not letting me play the Xbox. Oh, my days. Like, Bill, you go downstairs for a bit, a little change of scenery, because you've been an absolute hermit in that room all day. Because to be fair, I did say to him, like, mate, I'm not being a dick here, but I just need you to stay away from Libertine. Like, I don't need her getting ill again. Like, it's just the last thing that I fucking need. So, yeah, Libs is feeling a lot better. So much so that I was able to take her to the park, which is good. Just sort of let her run off some steam. It's been quite mild, hasn't it, the weather? So took her to the park. Do you know what? I don't know if this is good or bad parenting, but like I feel like this is very much in the dad wheelhouse. Maybe I'm wrong. I shouldn't, you shouldn't assume, but I have no issues kicking her down a slide. Like, context, right? We went to a new park. It's one like the village over. So I'm like, cool. We get there. And like, I know she can do the slide, right? She's graduated now. She does a big one nearby. This one's not as big as that. It's not as steep as that. There's no curve in it. But obviously, understandably, I get it. She's unsure, right? She's still working out the world around her. No problem at all. No quibbles, can't remember which one. Remember getting a lot of shit for saying one of those. Edit as appropriate. But she climbed, I lift her up onto it. I try to go down the slide. She said, oh, Daddy, come with me. And I'm like, I thought taking you to the park was like going to give you the sort of, I'm not here for the park situation, all right? I'm very much here as a supervisor. I'm here in a sort of supervisionary part of my role. That's why I'm here, right? And that reminds me of something that's coming up later in the local drama, by the way. Little teaser there. But okay, cool. Right, do you know what? I'll go up with you once, and then like I'll sit with you and go down the slide once, just to make sure. Because sometimes you get them rogue ones, right? Every now and then you put a kid down the slide, and it's just crap. They barely move, right? It's like too much friction, so they go down in installments, and it's just a bit like, yeah, so that was pretty shit, weren't it? But then other times, for some reason, it's just like woof, and it will send them off to like another fucking hemisphere, right? So okay, well I'll sit and we'll get a bit of a reading on it. And then I'll go down. All right, that's easy now. The next time I'm going up with her, and I'll just give her a little kick up the arse. Like, just a little nudge. Down she goes. And she'll be fine. And then she's cracking on without me. But I do think, like, if someone didn't see the initial part when I went down there the first time, someone's just looking out the window. All they see is my daughter sat on the slide being like, Daddy, come with me. And me being like, yeah, definitely. Roberto Carlos, little mini steps. Bang. I think it's like sometimes you need to get them, the whole, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can take a toddler to a slide, but you can't make them go down it. Less succinct, sure. But sometimes, I don't know how we're going to marry up these two metaphors now, but sometimes maybe if you just like flick a little bit of water in the horse's mouth, it might realise it's thirsty, right? If you give a little nudge over the sort of the crest of the slide, they go down, they realise, they've broken through the wall, and you got to hit it and quit it. No one slow you down, got to bang, bang, bang the drum. That's not a saying, that's just you saying a bunch of things.
Nobody tells me what to do, I gotta go bang, bang, bang the drum.
What? That's not a motto, that's just you saying a bunch of things.
References, we've got them. But yeah, the person looking at the window, I'm assuming there'd be one, must just see me kicking my daughter down the slide. And I want to just say, if you're watching, it was for the greater good, all right? It's something out of the 90s page of parenting, Anyway. You might notice if you're watching this on YouTube, and you can watch this on YouTube in its entirety, I've had my hair done. I've had my ears lowered. I said I was going to try and grow my hair out a little bit, but the issue I'm facing at the minute, and I don't know if this is just me, I feel like it's probably a bit of an age thing as well, is that the shopkeeper portion of my hair is thicker and grows quicker than the bit on the top, alright? Maybe that's like low-scale male pattern baldness, possibly, I don't know. I've discussed in the past my widow peaks being a bit more widows, having a more thorough look. But like, it's kind of been there. I've never been that sort of like two-head. I've just never been it, right? So it's a bit thinner on the top than it is on the back and sides. And the reason I call it shopkeeper head, you're probably wondering, when you get them people that are like bald, except for like the back and sides being really thick, it just reminds me of a shopkeeper. Don't know why. I think because one on the estate over called Salas used to have that hair, and now I just call it shopkeeper head. So the shopkeeper parts of my head, we had another one at uni called Roger. Shout out, big ups, absolute lad. Except he used to love a little foot cock. Like, this sounds like a disclosure now. You have to like blur me out. He loved just stop my voice. He loved the thing he used to call foot cock. No, like, he used to like cock his foot up on the table, but the table's just that little bit too high where it's like, there's no way that's comfortable. I'm not entirely sure you can get down without, putting your hands around your knee and sort of manually lifting up. Bit of an old fella, but yeah, good bloke. I might beep out his last name, probably shouldn't be associated with me, but not after what we did with the whole foot cock incident. But like, yeah, he had like a shopkeeper head, and he used to go, be quiet, and yeah, just that still gets said to this day. And I left uni like 10 years ago. Probably screw up, won't. But yeah, so got my hair cut. But do you know who did it? My wife. I just got my wife to do it. I bought this thing on the internet because I was like, I don't have to cut the top right now, but the back and sides was getting like quite bushy, Kate. Just like, it just looks scruffy. And then I see this thing on the internet where like, and it probably was reading my mind, obviously, and that's why I saw it. But it's like a rubber band. So I'll put a picture up. You put a rubber band around your head, and then you sort of like go up in stages. Like you shave that bit, and then you put the band up a little bit, and then you kind of like put the next clip on to go to the next like grade. The idea being you can kind of like neat it up at home, right? Now, the issue we were facing, we put the first band on, and then she shaved that bit. It kind of goes around there. So she sort of shaved like an inch kind of perimeter of the hair. But the issue we were facing was that, like, when we then went up to do the next one and put the next, like, grade up, like, there is a difference, obviously, between, like, 2, say, for, say, 2 and 3. So it just didn't look blended. So it looked like fucking Lloyd Christmas references. But I think that's actually the fashion nowadays. I see a few, like, hip, cool kids bowling about with that, right? But no. So, like, we needed to sort of... Then we realised, we watched the video, and a lot of the clippers, I got this really sort of my first clippers. Like, there's a little, like toggle trigger thing where you can, like, I think, just slightly adjust the angle. So you've got kind of your one guard goes on, but then it could be like... That little adjustment is sort of 1.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 to 2, however many points there are, I don't know, not a barber. But I didn't have that, so I just had like a fucking step. The sort of step you'd get like on the fucking pyramid references. Remember on Gladiators when they used to like climb up the pyramid and get thrown down? Oh my god, this, right, I should probably like note this, because this, I feel like already I should just tie the sort of metaphorical rope around my waist and veer off into the depths of this forest I'm about to go into. We're watching the that Gladiators documentary on Netflix, like the American Gladiators one. Jesus Christ, man. Throwing shit at a wall and see what sticks, except it's just massive dudes getting absolutely fucking mullered. Just, there's no fucks to be given, and like, they all look like 80s porn stars, like, I don't know what they were expecting. The only person who's going to go, read an advert in a newspaper that says, hey, we want people to wear, like, skimpy lycra and, like, just fight random dudes in events are going to be people that have dependencies on certain substances. And they're not going to be as reliable as you might need them to be. But fucking, it's crazy. Like, it's really cool. But one of them, the gladiators just have to stand on this podium, and then the contestant just, like, George of the Jungle, fucking Tarzan swings and just tries to fucking pelt him off the podium. And in my mind, like, I don't want to step into the shoes of the director in this, this 1990s fucking Gladiator TV show pilot, but I feel like it should be the contestant that stands on the plinth and they've got to stop the gladiator, like, whacking them off. Not like that. Not in a sexual way.
And not in a racist way.
Get your head out the gutter. But yeah, so anyway, right, we're here. Let's just get the rope back. Just got like it's just a big jump, like a step. And actually, to be fair, I think she's done an alright job in the end. We sort of freeballed it a little bit. I was like, look, Em, at the end of the day, I normally have a buzz cut. So if we completely fuck it to oblivion, I'll just buzz it all off to like the same level. It doesn't matter. But I think all in all, we kind of like... when you sort of do things kind of based on what you see, you go, well, when the barbers used to do it when I used to go, they sort of did a little, like, flick away, like a little flick away technique. I was like, just do a bit of that action. Just sort of, like, not go, like, right deep, but, like, just little flicks away. And, yeah, we worked on it, and it got a bit to the point where we were, like, almost looking for the faults at one stage. And then you're confident about it, do you know what I mean? But, like, we were doing it in the evening, so it was under, like, artificial lighting. And I know that women can maybe relate to this, sisters, but, like, doing your makeup indoors and then going out to, like, natural daylight, and it's like, oh my god, like, looks like I've been, like, in a pottery class and fucking made a mess of my face. Homer Simpson makeup gun. But yeah, went out the next day in public. Thought, should I put a hat on just in case and wait until the weekend when my wife can see it in, like, the cold light of day? I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to stay at you anyway. Gives a shit. So, yeah, there you go. Got a haircut. Barbers, myth, overrated. I mean, my wife have a good enough relationship where I'd be able to just go, hey, listen, like, I don't need the shit chatting all the way through. Although, to be fair, we were distracted by both us just repeatedly saying, like, I don't really know what we're doing. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What to do? I don't know what to do. That was the atmosphere. But as I say, I think it came out all right in the end. I did feel like at one point, my wife had kind of had enough. Like, oh, I just want to get this done now. That can't be the attitude. Like, I don't need you phoning it in. I'm aware it's probably been a lot more truncated than if a barber was to do it and you're not being paid and you had a long day, fine. But I don't need to pick up the atmosphere that you're kind of like, I'm kind of done now. I'll do anything to kind of speed this along. No, that's unacceptable. Bit Megan, that. But, knuckled down, we regrouped, refocused. And I think, do you know what? Overall, it looks all right. I'm sure the feedback will be very clear if it isn't the case. All four of you will fucking let me know. Oh, okay. So obviously with this being Christmas. There's so many ways of saying Christmas that I've seen on so many different fucking memes, and I'm not finding them all. All right, just assume they're from videos. I bought this, and again for the benefit of the tape, it's a What's on TV mag, and yeah, that's right. Apparently, I've turned into a fucking 60-year-old man. My wife cuts my hair, and now I'm buying TV mags. I'll tell you for why. Because the menu on the BT box, like I don't flick on that. Like I never watch live TV licensed people, but like therefore I don't use the guide. And when I do, it's like I'm not au fait with the controls. It's actually a bit of a faff. Like back in the day, I could wazz around the Sky Digital remote, no problem. I could use that like I could text on a Nokia 3310 without looking. Like in the late 1900s, right? I could like do that. I'm a bit like, So I thought, right, let's go analog, baby. Let's go manual. But do you know what I've realised when I was going through it with my wife? £1.70, by the way, and I'm okay with that because one of them was £7 Some of them were a Christmas TV guide, and I checked the date and it went, the TV listings from the 17th of December to the 22nd of December. That's not fucking Christmas. Like, charlatans. This was £1.70. And I was going through it with my wife, and like I was thinking, I don't really get what I'm doing here. Do you ever like, I don't know if this bothers you, but do you hate feeling like a cliche? Like I really hate feeling like I'm out of like some sort of fucking Hallmark film where it's like, oh yeah, you would do that. Basic bitch central. I'm not flicking through it. I even started doing this, like licking my fingers. I think being a prick, to be honest. But like, I just started circling stuff. Like it was an Argos catalogue and I was trying to find toys that I wanted. But then halfway through it, not even halfway, 10% of the way through it, I realised I'm not watching any one of these fucking things. This is like I've just gone analogue with what I've already got on my Netflix, which is just a never-ending list of things that I've gone, oh, that sounds mildly interesting. I'll definitely have the time to watch that, forgetting that I can't even have a shit in peace. But I've gone through and circled stuff. They've gone right deep dive as well, like telling me what's on Sky Sports Cricket. Listen, I'm going to have a fucking decent enough guess here. Probably cricket. But yeah, some of the channels, like, what do you, like, I've just said two words too vigorously and 2 receipts have fallen off the desk. And I'll tell you about receipts in a second, right? There's another little teaser for you. Like, who needs to know what's going to be on Quest? Do you know what I mean? 8 o'clock, Wheeler Dealers. That's the one where, I'm pretty sure that my mum's fella watches this, where one guy buys a car and it's shit, and he's like, oh, it's an absolute bargain. Yeah, a couple of jobs need doing, take it to his mate, who's like, fuck me, what is this? Yeah, you'll be able to fix that, will you? It's like, yeah, but it'll take a bit of fucking time and money, mate. Don't worry about that, mate. Just get it fixed for you. On Quest Red at 9 o'clock, murder on CCTV. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to see candid footage of someone getting slayed. Hey, see, told you I'm good at improvising songs. I've circled TikTok Top 100. I don't need to be watching a TV show about the TikTok Top 100 when I'm flicking through. I'll probably be flicking on fucking TikTok while watching TikTok Top 100. TikTokception. Circled that. And do you know, I get really precious about certain things, even though they're shit, like this magazine. Before I started circling it, I was like to my wife, do you reckon it'll go through to the other page? Why do I care? Oh, in case it accidentally covers what's on Ewan Drama at 6 o'clock. And the answer to that is as time goes by. First episode of the comedy, I have no idea. The Marlowe Murder Club. Fuck me, it's a bit morbid, this, isn't it? I thought I circled a lot more than I did. Yeah, that's right, I'm going through this now. Here we go. Christmas Day, Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
If you want to know what I'll be doing at 3:55, I'll be watching Strictly Come Dancing. I actually did want to watch that. I don't watch it generally, but Josh Widdicombe's in it, and I enjoy the Parent in Hell podcast, so I quite like to watch that. Never watching it live, as I say. Just, like, I'm fooling myself. There's a new Wallace and Gromit. Again, all the will in the world. That one is getting watched. The Gavin and Stacey finale, because we've been watching it to get up to date. And we've got to the first Christmas special. Does anyone else find it like a bit weird? Or like don't like watching like Christmas specials or anything like that when it's not Christmas? It just feels a bit like twatty. I don't know if that's the word for it. It's like, oh, excuse me. It's like when you listen to a podcast and it's like in the COVID years and you just think, I'm too far removed from this. Oh, that's the issue with drinking fizzy drink on the podcast. I get like triple hiccups. But like, so we have to wait. And like my wife's got like, well, at the time this goes out, she'll basically be finish at lunchtime, and then we'll pick it up from there and then cram in the rest before Christmas Day. I can't watch Christmas shit yet. I think, like I said in the past, I don't want to peak too early, Gerard, on the Christmas shit, because otherwise I'll just be done with it and fed up by like the 23rd. 5:15, Britain's favourite Christmas comedy moments. By the way, fucking, do you know what I love? Like, and I don't really know why. There's probably psychologists out there that can tell me. I love, like, lists. Like, to go to bed at night, I would happily watch, like, you know, top 10 bridge disasters, or, like, 8 things the WWF want you to forget about Lita. Like, I just love lists, and I love more than anything, like, talking heads lists. Like, I've got loads saved on my BT box where it's like, you know, 100 funniest TV fails. And it's just like, someone gets pins to and falls over, and then I'll have 3 people go, oh yeah, and then he fell and banged his head. Despite me having just watched that, someone tells me what's happened, and then I'm like, oh yeah, anyway, 99, this person volleys a fucking seagull. Like, I just love that shit, and that's what that's going to be. Quite a big write-up on it, though. The result of the polls, we find the nation's favourite moments from festive comedy specials, including clips from Vicar of Dibley, Only Fools and Horses, The Royal Family. So, I mean, this is going to be good. Could watch the shows, won't. So there you go. I'll be watching none of those, but it's good that I've circled them anyway, isn't it? It's all about intent. It's the thought that counts. It's things that everyone says after giving you something shit. And everyone knows if you buy them a shit present, just give them a selection box with it, and then it's good. Blankety blank. Outnumbered. Yeah, bit of a red flag there, because it's like none of them are kids anymore. Gladiator, 9 o'clock. Yeah. But then what I don't get with this, like, my mum buys these every year, and she buys them in general. But I remember being a kid, and she'd be like, she'd read what was going to happen. Like, it would tell you what was going to happen. And then when we sat there watching it, like, she'd put EastEnders on, and I'd be talking, shut up, I need to watch EastEnders. It's the one when Ian Bill fingers Sharon. You think, like, but... like, if you know that's going to happen, then what's the point in watching it? Why would you give your own... why would you spoil it for yourself? Who's this dog? I don't get it. It probably says. But yeah. There you go. That's Christmas TV Mags. Oh, my knee. That's not staying now. Oh, my knee. Because what I blew off... right, back here I come. Yeah, because what I actually blew off with my sort of vigorous enunciation... where, like, receipts, I like to do a radio show, right? Drive Time, 3 till 6, Revolution and Horizon Radio, right? You can check it out if you want to. But I do a feature where it's like Lavi Lunacy, so we celebrate people's idiosyncrasies, and included in that is like bizarre hobbies. And someone said they like collecting receipts they find, and then like building a world around the person that has like bought those things. Like, and I was like, okay, and now I can't stop collecting them. Like, I see them in trolleys when I go shopping, and then like, do you know what I thought as well? I'm going to patent it here, so fuck off everyone. This proves I had the idea first. A podcast about this where like I get guests on, and I could make it a feature on here to be fair, but then it could be its own thing, where like I get a guest on and they have to like just collect whatever receipts they find in the week leading up to the record, and then we'll build a whole profile and judge them based on what they've bought. Like this anonymous person. I've even got a name for it, because again, this is ADHD in a nutshell. I have so much to do and so little time to do it. I'll then still come up with a whole podcast concept where I've even got the name for it. I'm already thinking, oh, who can I book? But like, I've not got the fucking time or the kind of ability to execute. But I already thought it could be called Your Receipt's Not in the Bag. And then off we go. This one, they bought one thing only. And actually, do you know what? This might be my Megan, official Megan.
Excuse me, Megan? That behaviour's unacceptable. I don't like it.
Liquid Death. Fucking Liquid Death. For those who don't know, it is this marketed way of getting dumbasses and dickheads to drink water. And if you drink Liquid Death, yes, I do mean you. Like, just drink water. It's like a tin, and it's all like, ooh, Liquid Death. It's water in a can. Just, why do we need to market water? Like, don't be fucking stupid. You need it to live. Like, if you're drinking it, I don't know if you're thinking like, oh yeah, that's really edgy. Look at me drinking my Liquid Death. It's got a skull on it. Skull. I don't know how to say that. Fucking Liquid Death. Unless it's cyanide in there, fuck off. I just don't see the point. Like, who's that dickhead marketing it there? Like, what's the point? Where are we at as a society? Where we're having to, like, murder your thirst. Liquid Death. Like, your own website. They're going, oh, look, there's kids drinking cups of sugar. Well, this ain't got sugar in it. Obviously, it's fucking water. They got loads of celebs in. Like, how have they managed to generate so much income? Merch, like Liquid Death merch. It's in the tap. Oh, it's full of fluoride. Fucking grow up. You can't simultaneously be worrying about fluoride while drinking a can that has Liquid Death on it because you're that fucking edgy, mate. Get the fluoride in. Don't know what fluoride does. Do you know, fuck it. Let's get the tin foil out. What is wrong with fluoride in water? If somebody's supposed to levels higher, it can cause a condition called skeletal fluorosis, in which fluoride builds up in the bones. This can eventually result in joint stiffness and pain. Well, okay, granted, might start buying Liquid Death because I'm always stiff and not in the right ways. And can also lead to weak bones or fractures in older adults. Yeah, but just fuck off.
Megan.
And listen, I'm not sitting here swigging this cherry Pepsi acting as if this is more healthy. I'm not, right? I drink loads of water. I think it's ridiculous. It's absurd that we've had to, market water. I feel like it's kind of like what started is Monster Energy drinks, and they're going, look, the healthcare service is on its fucking knees. We need to find a way of getting these people that exclusively have blue hair and big holes in their face to actually just drink some fucking water, mate. Well, yeah. Fine. But anyway, this was the latest receipt I found, and it's a long one as well. You've done well. If you're spending 160 quid in Aldi, that's a heavy shop, and I've not looked at this. And I'm just, do you know what, fuck it, we'll do it live, and if it's crap, I'll cut it out. Loose bananas, sandwich bags. I'm not going to just read them all. Wine, beetroot, cooked beetroot. Do you have to cook beetroot? Gourmet grazing, got some mince, piccolo tomatoes, tonic water. Mate, you need to be sectioned if you drink fizzy water on its own. You need to be sectioned. I've seen it on the internet, and it's true. It tastes of fucking TV static. There's a lot of wine on this one here. From building up a profile, there's a lot of wine. And it's do you know what I like about it as well? The way that it's sort of spaced out. If all the wine was in one bit, you go, oh, they've gone to the wine section. But it's like they've kept going to different parts of the shop and then going, oh, I fucking better get some rosé. Right, anyway, tuna, mayonnaise. Oh, God, I get a white as well. It's interspersed. It's clearly gone into the trolley in different moments, which I respect. Some cranberry venison. They're fucking living the high life, man. An XL gammon joint, so obviously racist as well. Real mayo jar, shower gel, kale shredded. It's been hitting the fucking gym. Hummus, flavoured hummus, as opposed to the one that tastes like Liquid Death. Eggs, infused salmon. I'll tell you what, I'm fucking going around there for dinner. This feels very Christmassy, this shop. An XL garlic, roast coffee, egg noodles, sausage rolls, facial wipes, dirty bastards. Yeah, twists, celery. All right, yeah. Anything else jumps out at me? Salted butter. They're fucking posh, these. They shouldn't be in Aldi. They're just hogging the fucking space in Aldi. If you're getting posh butter and salmon, fuck off to Waitrose. Venison. Who the fuck do you think you are? But yeah. I just, it's cool, isn't it? You might not think that. You might be listening to this going, no, mate, you've just read a fucking shopping list out to us. Yeah, noted. How did they pay? I'd like to be so baller if they paid cash. Nah, card. Come on, take yourself seriously or don't bother. Mad that 45 quid of that is tax, by the way. Madness. 45 quid of it is tax. My weekly shop's 60 quid, man. And even then I'm like, ooh. But yeah, there you go. That's receipts. That's your receipts not in the bag pilot. Nailed it. Right, there are a couple of bits of local drama. So I'm going to rattle through a few of them, actually. One person asking if there's a local choir they can join. Bit Megan, for me, choirs are a myth. I feel like anyone can sound good in a group. There's that video, isn't there, where there's a load of football fans where they're singing Truly Madly Deeply, and it sounds fucking great, and I watch it all the time. Maybe not all the time. I don't watch it. I'm not watching it now, for example, so a bit of a lie.
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong, I will be faithful, 'cause I'm counting on
But like, just a bunch of people going like, what's that track that's going? I do not give a fuck. I really do not give a fuck. I think anyone could just sound like they're in a choir. I don't think it's that impressive. And if there's a lot of you as well, one of you could be flat and it doesn't matter. Like singing, like Arsenal could be singing about like, I don't know, like all sorts of really inappropriate things about Spurs fans. And if they're all singing it at the same time, it's like, it's beautiful. But who has the time in the day to go, do you know what? I'm going to go join a choir. I'm jealous of the time they have. Number 2, a post by the Yarn Bombers. They have to change the name. They have to get the word bomber out of there. I think it's too incendiary, if you pardon the bomb-based pun. Got a bit of spitty mouth there, but it stays in because this is real shit. Still real to me, damn it. Still real to me, damn it. Like, I again saw a message into my radio about being a yarn bomber. And again, I think the word bomber is too, like, it's too volatile. Again, if you pardon the bomb-based pun. Big booty. No, we don't do that here. Like... No, we can't. We actually can't. Because it objectifies women, and that's wrong.
I'm angry. And not because I'm in it, but because it degrades women, which I hate.
It's wrong. But, like, the word bomb is too aggressive for what it is they're doing, and I think it somewhat detracts from some of the atrocities that have involved bombs, and I feel like you shouldn't confuse the terminology for atrocities with something quite nice, because otherwise it's going to get to a point where, and I live in a village, so there's a lot of yarn bombery going on. There's a lot of bomb raids, right? Easter, there's various yarn bomb raids. The Blitz, this time it's bunny rabbits. At Christmas, there's little candy canes. Like, but then it's going to get to a point where that becomes what a bomb is to me. And then when I'm having someone explain to me, for some weird reason, I've got chatting to some dickhead at a party that wants to bring the mood down, starts talking to me about like atrocities in the Middle East, and they start talking about like bombs, my natural instinct's going to be, oh, that's cute. Like, they're dropping like little crocheted fucking, oh, the other type of bomb. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, no, that's not nice, is it? No. Like, don't confuse the matter. Now, I'm not suggesting that I'm easily confused by that. Like, they go, oh, we're going to just, like, they're going to casually drop on the spotted page. Just to let everyone know, we are going to be dropping tons of explosives across the whole fucking village. So get underneath your bathtubs, cross your fingers, store loads of water. Make sure you've got lots of liquid death in, because actual death's on the fucking way. Someone posted on fucking the city nearby's moan about people, if you're selling things, I think I screen grabbed it. Let me get the exact wording of this. And, like, It's almost poetry. Excuse me, never drink fizz on a podcast again. Oh my god. It's almost poetry. Please, if you're going to advertise on Marketplace or the other selling sites, when someone has an interest in your item, the least you can do is respond back, not just read the message and ignore. Imagine taking the time out of your day to post that fucking status. Guess her name. Not making it up. Karen. Like, you're not helping. There are Karens ever at this point going... Like, Karen, fucking Megan, please. Like, stop. Because you're giving us that name. Like, I get it. It's frustrating, right? It's frustrating. You see something on Marketplace, you go, hey, is this still available? I like to zhuzh it up a bit. I put a little hi in there and a smiley face. But, like, I've gone beyond just the sort of preset, is this available message, right? And if you don't reply, it's a bit like, oh, fucking, that's annoying, because you kind of don't know. But then you just got to get on with your fucking life. If they don't reply, just assume it's not available anymore, or they're no longer selling it, or, you know, they've forgotten about it. If you're sat there lingering on it, if you need it that badly, just go fucking buy it new, right? Megan-ish. Sort of Meg, right? Meg's like a little Megan, just a bit of a Megan. Next one. And I agree with this wholeheartedly. Centre MK rides are a joke. £3 per child on the carousel, but if they're under the height limit and you have to accompany them, which I have absolutely no issue doing, you're also charged for standing next to them. If you're not actually taking a seat up on the horse, what are you paying for? Make it make sense. I agree. Bullshit. I've spoken about this before. Me getting charged to go into a soft play, none of that shit is for me. If there's the option to leave my toddler there, I would take that fucking option. If I could leave it there safely. Full disclosure. If I'm very clear about that. But the fact I've got to go in, charging me is a fucking hate crime. If I don't have a child, and I'm... and I want to have a little look about it, £3 bargain, right? But don't do that, that's wrong. Obviously, I shouldn't have to specify that. But I agree. And also, that is really open to manipulation as well, isn't it? It's £3 per person. But if your child doesn't meet the height that we require, you will have to go on as well, and you will have to pay. Oh, okay, cool. Like, what's the height? It's 6'2". So unless your child's destined to be a fucking NBA player, you will also have to pay as well. What if the mum's shorter than the height? I've seen some short mums out there. Imagine that. But I guess in that world, who would go on? Because why did I assume if the mum's really short that the child's tall? This short woman's just chucking it about. She don't know who the dad is. Fucking speculate. Peter Crouch. There you go. That could be libel. Peter Crouch has never, as far as I'm aware, had a child with a very short lady. He's just very tall. Abby Clancy is lovely. I don't think she's like 3'1". But yeah, what would happen there if the kid weren't tall enough but the mum weren't? I'm guessing the issue really is sort of closed with the fact it probably isn't 6 foot as the height, is it? It's probably like a metre high. That's an interest. No, let's leave that. My brain went somewhere. You probably went there as well. And if it didn't, well, aren't you fucking pure? You're purer than liquid death. Bully for fucking you. But I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to fucking go there. Right, coming in. Facebook memories. I'm really not sure about this episode. Like, all the way through, I'm kind of like, what am I doing? At one point, I vaguely remember reading a TV mag. Then I read some receipts to you. This isn't podcasting. This is episode... What episode is it? Hang on. Let's have a little look, shall we? What's the latest one? Was it 18? Is this episode 19? Available on Spotify, wherever you get your pods. This is episode 18. Episode 17, That's Not Going to Deter a Crackhead, went out last week. On Wednesday. Do you know what has to stop happening? Spotify's just dragging my pods over and just posting them whenever. I schedule it to go out on a Friday because it's good for algorithms to let you behind the curtain. It's good to like post like consistently. I don't have to get up on the Friday and like actually publish it. That's fucking effort. I schedule it for a reason, and Daniel Eck at Spotify's going, he's doing it with my Arsenal one as well. Oh, we'll just fucking sling it up Wednesday. No, don't fucking do that.
Megan.
That's incredibly annoying. So this one will also be going out on Friday. Episode number 18, which means we are 3 away after this from being the top 1% of podcasts in the world just by sheer attrition. I picked my phone up for another reason. It was to go through my Facebook memories. For those who don't know, I go through my memories fucking raw. I've been distracted by a status. No. So raw that I've not got them up in front of me. I then judge myself on my posts of social media accordingly. All right, here we go. 4 years ago today, pick and mix. Price by cup is better than price by weight. More hard-hitting science tomorrow. Fact. Price by weight is a con. Give me a cup. Set me the challenge. How much dignity am I willing to lose by just fucking pounding various gummy sweets into a cup? Fucking elbow dropping it. I'm getting the full people's elbow. I'm like, yeah, give me the cup size and go, that is $2.89 or whatever. Behave. That is £5.89. Fill your boots. Fill your cup. Off you go. Wait. I don't want to be getting here fucking like, oh, but no, that's quite heavy, that one. No. Cup is standard size. Fill the cup. Muzzle tov. I think that's a Black Eyed Peas song. Do you know which philosopher said that? It was the Black Eyed Peas. Video of someone on driving a cherry picker down a dual carriageway. Obviously. Oh my God, I'm so glad we're past this age. We're just about to get into it probably in a couple of years with my daughter. Bill and Ben, the flower pot men. They're at that age where they'd wake up and just get in our bedroom. Like, they go, you have to go get them, which is where I'm at with my daughter. But they were at that age where they can get down the stairs themselves and they'll just come in the room, jump on the bed and just, at this point, they were doing it for about 7-8 minutes. And annoyingly, I can't post it because I'm not going to put them up on here. But we didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And eventually it clicked. They were doing the Macarena. But it was an absolute shit show. I could probably put the audio in. Right, so picture the scene, right? This would have been... I would have been DJing on the weekends. So I've probably been up to like 2 or 3. Like, I was given pay in cash and a tab. So I'd have had a bit of a party as well. Then at probably about 6:30, 7:15, I've got these two fucking jagaloons stood on the bed doing this. Right. Now, you heard one laugh, and it was the laugh of their mother. I'm probably not finding it as funny. But do you know what it was? And then one of them would pull the trigger and go, hey! And the other would join in, hey, Margarina. fuck me. But then they got like about another year, maybe about 6-7 months after that, I think. I was like to them, they can definitely just put the telly on at this point. So it was like, lads, when you wake up, you just go downstairs, put telly on, like crack on. Oh, what a godsend that moment was. We didn't know how good we had it, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, should we have a baby? Yeah, definitely. Fucking stupid idea was that. No, I love her. She's great. Gig stuff. Went to see Slaves at the Brixton Academy, now called Soft Play. We're not going to go there. Let me get some more fucking gammon first. Haven't received one Christmas card from any... No, that... Do you know what? Right, listen, right? That's actually... Do you know what? It's just a silly joke, okay? And it's actually quite poignant because I was going to maybe discuss this at one point. Haven't received one Christmas card from an Ethiopian. Do they know it's Christmas? Now, that is... Obviously, it's fucking stupid, right? And I don't want to make light of the... It's fucking horrible. The videos you see on, like, any of the charity fundraisers, it's, like... It's fucking heartbreaking. Even more so when you have a kid and you see it and you go, fucking mate. Imagine that being your child and you seeing them in that state. It's horrible, right? But the Do They Know It's Christmas song has come under a bit of shit because it's like it's culturally insensitive, blah, blah, but like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not the person as a straight-eyed man to maybe know the sort of social implications and ramifications of that, but the idea was good. It was to raise money to help the people that needed it. I know that there are really affluent areas in Africa. Like, I know that Ethiopia is one of the poorest, like, parts of Africa, which is why that joke is out of order and not funny. So we're going to show them that it's kind of Christmas through our giving, like where it's like there are people outside of this horrible condition that care and want to help. Like, how are we trying to demonize and bastardize that? Stop looking for fucking problems where there aren't fucking problems. Megan. Do you know what as well? No, do you know I'm falling for it in real time here. People don't fucking care. Again, it's the fucking end of the spectrum, people. It's the sliver of gobshites on the internet that care. And then Joe or Lad Bible go, oh, millennials are saying that. No, they're not. They're not. One dickhead in dungarees has said it, and then a couple have retweeted it, and now you've posted it just to rage bait and cause arguments in the comments, because that's good for your algorithms. Fuck off.
Fuck you.
Yeah. It's a bit of a naughty joke, okay? It's 13 years ago. Would I still tell that joke now? Yeah, probably. But it's, yeah.
And they were cracking up, and he loved it, because it was nothing vicious.
It's a fucking joke. 14 years ago today, all sweaty, just finished watching Cops. And that's about it, really. So, yeah, just a little bit of a naughty joke. Went to see Slaves. And yeah, pick a mix should be by size of cup, not by weight. Okay, so really hard-hitting, important shit there. That's going to basically do it. That's taken us to around 50 minutes. If this is less than 50 minutes, I've shat myself and cut things out. But you don't know. This is how it is. All right? This is me. Oh. You know, you can't say anything nowadays. You can. All right? And if you're ever listening to me and think, oh, he's a real fucking asshole, then yeah, you're probably right. But no, I'm not. I'm just a bit of a fucking dickhead who speaks before he thinks. And that's what this podcast is all about. It's RuMayoNation. I ruminate on things. All right? And I feel like if you're in the shit, keep digging because you might just find gold. And clearly, that is what's happened on this podcast. So, yeah, cool. I am going to keep going because I want to do one a week, which means one will be coming out on the Friday after Christmas. And I'm aware of the sort of... I'm going to have to record that and edit it at some point. But, yes, have a great Christmas or, you know, whatever it is you celebrate. Yeah, cool. Like, share, subscribe, review, 5 stars, tell your mates. Yeah, have a good one. It can be quite stressful at times for people, but very underrated. Do what you fucking want. Say what you fucking want. And then just don't worry about it as much. And I say that like I'm not going to agonise in the edit over what I leave in and take out. But yeah, underrated. If you don't want to do it, don't fucking do it. If you don't think it, don't say it. If you don't feel it, don't pretend you do. Because what's the fucking point, really? Just be real, yeah?
Remember, without realness, we is nothing.
Yeah? Cool. Usual shit. Shut. Hey, how's it going? Dan Mayo here from the slightly less distant past. I know I said just at the back end of that podcast that I'll be kind of rolling on as usual with this one coming out on the 20th or whenever the fuck Daniel Ek decides it's going out. And I said there'll be one next week as usual. I was chatting to my wife and she's right. And you know what? I've been sort of thinking about it myself as well. Like, logistically, you know, I'm not suggesting this even needs an announcement, but just it's kind of to keep myself accountable, I suppose. So for those who don't know, right, my mind was made up that I would always do 21 episodes because there was this thing I saw go around that said by the time you hit 21 episodes, you're in the top 1% because of the amount of podcasts that start and fall away, right? And I know that my brain can wander. You'll know that. That's why I've got a big chunky digression pad where I will have an idea, it'll take me elsewhere, and yeah. So I've always had this concern where it's like, you have to keep going no matter what, because the second I stop, sometimes I can go off into the forest and never find my way back again. But equally, like, it's a crazy fucking time of year, and like, I just physically don't know when I'm going to record, which is that's the bit that's actually quite easy. It's the edit. It takes a lot of time. I'm not the most natural at it, and it would mean doing a lot of like recording beforehand, but then editing on Boxing Day, which is, I've got the calendar up here. It'd mean recording on, potentially Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve, obviously not doing anything on Christmas Day, and then getting the edit done on the Thursday, Boxing Day, which can take, a fair few hours, depending on how fucking stupid I've been and how many daft references I've made.
100 billion.
So, yeah, I'm not suggesting that this is going to ruin Christmas and maybe people don't actually care all that much, but like, I just wanted to, kind of keep myself accountable. And do you know what? I'm quite comfortable doing this, which I didn't think I would be as I'm saying it out loud, because I fucking love doing this. Like, I really enjoy doing it, and I'll be chomping at the bit to come back. So I will come back to it. So yeah, there won't be one next Friday, which will be the 27th. I'll be back again in the new year. An episode dropping on the 3rd. So just a little bit of time out, because it's like, it's been a lot. Obviously, my daughter's been ill for ages. The acoustics here ain't great. My throat's been out.
I didn't want to sing too loud because I don't want to wake up Robert and Nancy. My throat's sore. I've had a sore throat for a month and a half. And this is not an acoustic environment that's suitable to request this from me.
But yeah, I think it's important to like champion your own mental health. And yeah, it's just, there's a lot of crazy shit going on. It's going to be, I'm going to say it. I don't care that you hurt your elbow.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
Could move my chair, won't move my chair. But yeah, I think it makes sense to just not have one next week. So yeah, this kind of here as a placeholder to keep me accountable. So have a great Christmas and a great New Year. Make sure you sort of like sprinkling some liquid death with your tequila. And I'll see you in the new year, 2025. And cool. Right, I'll leave you to it now.
Dan Mayo skipped 1 week of his podcast and was never seen or heard from again. Some speculate that he can be seen collecting discarded receipts outside Aldi. Others claim he overdosed on liquid death. Most likely, though, he forgot he was ever doing this podcast and is somewhere blissfully watching a list of the top 100 funniest times people have walked into a glass door on YouTube, wondering what the nagging feeling is, that he really should be doing something else right now. Megan,